Hey guys, this is the Black Hill Ship Podcast with host Kev Harry and...
So guys, I was eating something. G-Man Phoenix. Hi guys.
Let's confess.
How you doing?
Naughty, Harala boss.
Harry got me into
naughty food. I got him into
avocado
vegan.
strips, yeah? Like,
Yes, naughty food.
it looks like chicken, but it's not. It's actually avocado in batter or
It's
something
nice
like
taste, isn't it?
that. Not bad, no.
So,
Yeah,
this
not bad.
last few days in Greece for me, Greg's obviously been here for many years, and me and him have had a transformative relationship experience together. We've obviously been doing our work a lot. So,
Bro, we've had a
for you,
fantastic
what's the
time,
things you've learnt being around me or even away from me since I come into here? And that's a loaded question.
No, not at all, bro. We talk about this all the time, actually.
Yeah.
So when you came to me, I was in a stage of my life where I was lost in the sauce regarding, I was working out, which is nothing wrong with that. I was doing bodily-based disciplines, but I was too focused in on that compared to where I used to be. I was releasing more and practicing more meditation and mindfulness. And when you came to me, you reminded me, bro, you need a balance. Like, you're going too much into your masculine.
I didn't actually say that to you. You figured it out yourself. I don't remember if I verbalized it.
No,
Like,
I said it. I verbalized it to you. When
Through
I said,
being
bro,
my presence, you figured out that yourself.
you've helped me because
Yeah.
I went through something quite traumatic last year or the year before last year, actually. Wow, time, bro. It
No,
just flies, doesn't
no,
it?
we can count. Yeah.
And
yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, exactly.
basically,
Is it
like
Kerry?
after,
Okay.
well, it was a woman, a girl I was dating at the time, and then something went really wrong. Things went wrong, like out of left field, and ever since then, I got into distracting myself through working out all the time and weights and this and
For
that.
obsessing over things you can control,
I
which
was
is your...
disciplined,
Yeah.
but you reminded me that it's okay to let your hair down once in a while and
It's
to
like
have balance.
so this is a huge topic
balance.
you just brought about, and
Yeah.
I'm not perfect, but I've also been in your position in doing two control. So there's two things: apathy, control, and discipline gets you out of apathy, but then you can get lost in ego and doing it from
Distraction, to
pride,
distract
distracting
yourself.
yourself from letting
You
go.
looking away from the pain.
Yeah.
It was and I've never always been there. I mean, like, we all fluctuate. Like, in terms of, I know what I needed to do. I just got so temporarily blindsided by the trauma, by the pain, that I was outsourcing it into taekwondo practice or pushing weights or getting lost in business.
What's letting go to you? Just hanging around with your friends, good people, or other things?
Oh, you know this one, release technique.
Release technique, yeah.
But letting go is more than just the release technique, guys. It's see, when I say release technique, I'm referring to not even a technique per se in the outer, but it's more of an inner technology we all have. You and I have spoken about this. When we are children, we know naturally how to release. When we are older, we get programmed by society, our parents, teachers.
And what I mean is, you have, it's okay to feel emotions. There's nothing wrong with feeling emotions. That's completely human, right? But
Absolutely.
what's wrong is
Absolutely,
to hold on. I mean, in one obvious example, we all hold on to stories of bad experiences, and we hold on to hate of others. Some people even want to murder others. Some people are racist, sexist, genderist. Some people, you ask them for directions and they're projecting, and you're just asking them as a kind
It's
person.
a human condition, exactly.
Like, they're not,
Agflab,
they're-
apathy, grief, fear, lust, anger, pride. That's what's running the world.
Emotions are meant to be felt and let go of. Like
Let
you
go
said,
of,
as a child.
processed. When we don't process them,
That's why a child
they
can fall out. Like you said, a child can feel,
build up,
can hate, not hate, fall out with someone in the playground for a minute, and then 2 minutes later they're just
They're
best
back
friends.
again,
Best
yeah,
friends. That's a normal
exactly.
state. That's normal, and that's healthy, and that's high vibration.
And bro, what
Release
you were
it.
saying earlier about, you know, people can sometimes misconstrue our message. We are not New Cage or Love and Light only and all that stuff.
Interesting, yes.
Like, the spiritual community has been, I think it gets a bad rap when we talk about the present moment and now. People automatically assume, they throw out the baby with the bathwater and think that we're talking about, oh, you got to ignore your feelings, you got to ignore your ego, you got to ignore your identity.
That's right. You got to know your emotions. Ignore them. Deny them.
No,
You gotta-
we're not coming
that's what-
from that,
no, it's
though.
what
That's what
think.
people perceive,
Some people
yeah.
think the New Age is about that.
You see,
Yeah.
guys, like, there's so much black and white a lot when it comes to these topics. People forget that there are always shades of grey. Just because you practice mindfulness or you are into letting go or releasing or toll or Les Levinson, the stuff we're into, doesn't mean that you're ignoring your feelings. No, we've been saying the exact opposite all this time. To embrace your feelings, to say, yes to your feelings.
But too long have we been holding on to, our body's holding on to so much as we go through these years. Our body's holding on to
We're
so
saying
much
to let go and not to hold on. Because check it out, like if you hold on to burning hot poker straight out of a fireplace, obviously it's going to hurt the hell out of you. It's going to burn the shit out of your hand,
Yeah.
So eventually it makes logical sense to let go.
Yeah.
But we as human beings,
anything you don't let go of weighs down your. We have many bodies, and there's definitely a soul body or something, and it's like or an ego. The more you hold on to stuff that you hate and don't like, people, collectives, or even individual, you're basically filling up your brain with heavy weight, and it's literally felt in my body as a heavy weight. And I know the difference because when I'm doing yoga
density,
or doing exercises of letting go, I feel lighter. Yeah, there's a density thing with it, and it's not nice to walk around in this world with that density. So it's important that we go back to childlike state of letting go, and then we can enter more into the realness of the present moment. Just
check this out, bro. Have you ever, I don't think I've done this exercise with you. We can do it live on the air right now.
Sure.
Well, not live, but you know
sure, yeah.
So check this out.
Yeah.
You guys can follow along with us. So feel into your body, feel into your stomach and chest area, and say no, 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 no. Now tune in really carefully. Do you feel more heavier? Do you feel more dense? Yeah? Because you were saying no, and your body, your subconscious picks it up. It's a negative, it's a limiting thought, word, statement. No. Now check this out. Do you feel the density,
it's a
heaviness?
Word, yeah.
So try it again. No, 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 no. Every word is a frequency, is a vibrational state. So when you state these low, dense ones, your body follows suit. Because your body follows the mind. Your body follows the subconscious. We're talking about this.
Yeah.
Now check this out. On the flip side,
Yeah.
say yes, 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 yes.
Yes, us.
There you go. You said hello in Greek. But you feel lighter, yeah? When you say yes, your body starts to feel less dense. You start to feel more open. Your chest opens up. Like you can also, bro. Body language is another fascinating topic.
Yeah.
Like. When you talk about body language,
Closed.
your state of mind, this is closed.
People do that
when
all
you
the
do
time.
this and you take up space, that
can be
shows confidence.
Yeah, unless it's overcompensation.
No, there's healthy states of body language as well.
Yeah,
like you can do
that
arrogant
can be done
and you can do it casual, like you really feel like you.
Yeah, you really feel like you're.
So your body language positions will literally affect the way you feel. Like, have you noticed that? That's why people talk about the power pose, whatever, the Superman pose or something.
Yeah.
It's not, you can't do it just anywhere. There's a time and place for everything. But what it does is it literally changes your physiology and your inner workings, how you feel about yourself. You feel instantaneously more confident when you go into certain body language positions.
True, and the yoga,
and
opening the back. We're always tight like this, and there's a clutching and control and a wanting when we're stressed and clutching. We're
clutching, it's a holding on, exactly.
Truthfully, when the body needs to be completely relaxed in order to allow the present moment in this letting go process, the body needs no tension in it. And if there's tension in the body, it's a physical thing too, can be, but a lot of it is mental. Like you're mentally trying to control, deflect, or not receive information from people. You're denying what is actually here, and it tenses up the body. And that tension in the body causes problems, suffering.
Resistance. That's a brilliant thing you just brought up. So check this out. It's like trying to hold down a water boy. You know those like inflatable balls they put in the sea, So if you try and hold it down, the more you try to hold it down, the more resistance you're exerting.
It's going to be hard to hold that down.
It's going to be hard to hold it down indefinitely, like forever. Eventually, there's so much pressure being built up, it has to shoot up to the surface.
Interesting.
So when we don't allow these energies to move through us and to process them, guess what? They build up, guys.
Go down, down, down.
And it needs ventilation. That's why people lose their shit.
Heavy energy, and people
That's
get
why
used. Sadly,
people scream at each other.
And people get used to it. And then when you get used to it, you don't know the difference between what you could be, which is a light body walking around the earth in the moment, flowy, nice flow. Versus flow is lightness of the body, versus this dense, horrible, dark energy which you can't help but project onto strangers or even family and friends. And then you become that person with the miserable voice, the lack of passion, and it's nuts. It's nuts, isn't it?
You become dead, exactly.
Yeah,
because stagnancy leads to death, right? When you are stagnant in allowing these energies to fester and become like a swamp, it obviously it's going to carry over and spill over into your life. You're going to start feeling like this mentally. You're going to start feeling like this physically, because it's all interrelated. Guys, another thing is, check this out, bro. This is a fascinating topic as well. I think we spoke about it before. There is no difference. Some people think there's a difference between the physical world and the spiritual realm. Everybody's entitled to what they feel and perceive. I'm not the arbiter of truth, like, absolute.
I am.
But no, what to say, with regards to, oh damn, bro, I had a goldfish moment. What were we talking about?
I don't know, because you didn't tell us the topic you were going to.
No, I mentioned we were building up to. It doesn't matter, guys. Another exercise is letting go. That's another thing. When
so what was your other experiences that you've learned the last few weeks? This second trip, what have you learned about yourself, of course, or other people and you? How you interact?
I've learned that. Well, before I came to Greece 10 years ago, I was kind of a social butterfly. I had a much better and healthier social life than I did, and it's changing now because I've met people like you and Eleni here in Greece.
Shout out Eleni Magnetic.
Shout out Eleni Magnetic. I've met some other good people through you guys here and there, and what I've learned is I've still got it, man.
You still got it.
I've
you
still
never lost
got
it. It's in you. I can see it in you. Yeah.
Because the culture shock at first. I mean, my mother's Greek.
It's like rusty, but it's still there. You just need a bit of training in it. Like.
I mean, no, it's not rusty. It's there. Like it's always there.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what I've learned is.
Of course, it's rusty. If you've not done something for 10 years, and now the first few times in.
No, but I'm saying you don't need to. This is something like when I speak for myself here. I'm talking about my own social calibration. It comes naturally. It comes authentically. You don't have to work at it.
I'm with you.
And when I came to Greece, it was a culture shock because of, obviously, I mean, I speak some of it. I'm not fluent, but also the culture here is different to South Africa. South Africa was more warm. People were more open. Not all.
Literally more warm and nicer people. Don't you think?
Yeah, for the most part, they were much more. Here in Greece, there's a lot of older generations that are more stuck in their ways. They're very cold. Some people are very prejudiced. They'll think just because you have an accent, even though you're Greek on your mother's side like me,
it's pretty racist.
They'll think, if they see me with a beard and that, bro, they might sometimes think I'm
to be honest,
Islamic.
I've seen a few people that are racist here, more so than. I'm not saying it's a super racist country. I've just seen it.
Oh no, for sure. I mean, there's the Golden Dawn here, it's a political party which is a neo-Nazi fascist party, and they have seats in the parliament.
Racism is all stupid, though, isn't it? It's all us versus them in a collective level. And
exactly, racism is silly. Right. It's like, check this out. If you and me had to go to the moon right now, or I mean, whoever thinks it's real or not, it doesn't matter. We're just using an analogy. So those of you in the community, they said the moon's real and all this bullshit.
Exactly.
We don't even worry about that. All I'm saying is the analogy. Check this out. Like if you and I had to be astronauts and we were wearing two different colors, you were yellow and I would say it was red. We both went into outer space. Would it be sane? Wouldn't it be nuts for me to look at you and say, bro, I don't like you because your spacesuit is yellow and mine's red. Fuck you. That would be nuts, isn't it? Like that's insanity. Nuts. That's what's going on because
your
these
vessels, your body looks different to mine.
Yeah, it's just a body. These are vessels. These are not the real you. These are avatars. These
I'll
are.
speak for myself. When I see an ugly woman, I definitely go, yeah. Joking. That's nuts too. The judgments on people.
Bro.
The judgments on people.
You're gonna get our podcast banned.
I mean, guys,
misogynist.
The guys do that, right? Guys will look at ugly women and think there's no value, even as friends. There's judgments
on. Those are people that are still locked into.
People judge on bodies. People judge on looks. People judge
carnal, materialistic viewpoint. Yeah,
sometimes it's normal for guys to judge on looks, but sometimes guys get stuck in, like you said, looking on a body and not a personality. Exactly. They literally want to fuck a body and not a personality.
Exactly. This matrix or construct, whatever you want to call it, is designed to have you believe it is real.
Yep.
All the fucking time. Like in the media, in the life on the streets when you go out, all the billboards, all the people. Like yesterday, we had an interesting experience with a girl who owned a sex shop.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So there was a store, kiosk, and they were giving out free drinks or beverages.
Free hell capping drinks. Yep.
Hell, and they said you get a free hell if you leave a positive review for the biggest sex shop in Athens.
Yep.
So we thought to ourselves, wow, this is really getting Watiko, yeah? So we have...
Well, no, I didn't think that in the moment. On reflection,
no, not in the moment. Afterwards, yeah, we were kind to those people and we talked with them and they were nice people.
Basically,
we spoke to them,
in one way. Yeah, they were nice people. There's always nice people. But on a real level...
It's like you look at the overarching narrative.
On a real level, that story was completely Watiko because they were promoting a sex shop that was newly opened, and if we gave them a fake review on the spot, they demanded, right in front of us, then they'll give us a free hell drink. And
We
by the
didn't
way,
even see the shop.
we're
We're not
drink
into
is
those
called
shops or
Hell.
buy shit from
I
those
do
kinds of
drink-
shops. But
yeah,
it's
I do
interesting,
drink
yeah.
Hell. It's not good for you, but it's not good for you. So Hell's already with Tico, and then you've got the promotional sex shop, and we even got free stuff. So yeah, all of it was like, the people are nice, but the agendas behind what was going on there are very dark.
Yeah.
They're trying to move people towards sex, lust,
Carnality,
porn,
lust,
and
giving away your life force,
and
energy.
bad drinks.
Yeah.
All these things. So yeah, that was an interesting experience. By the way, so if anyone's been following us, I just want to say a story about our dog Destiny, which we found 2 months ago in abandoned. So yesterday was Valentine's Day, and me and Gore, it's the last few days in Greece while we're doing this video. We went up to the hill, the highest hill in Athens yesterday with Destiny.
The Cavitos, yeah.
Yes, in the morning yesterday we got the first offer maybe that the dog would be taken off us by a lovely landlady downstairs. She's a lovely lady, and her daughter and son. And then by the time we got back from a date,
Everything worked out.
this Tony, you heard the Date with Destiny, Tony Robbins show, Date with Destiny. Tony Robbins calls it Date with Destiny. So, but when we got back from the Date with Destiny,
Oh, gotcha.
literally when we
yeah.
got back home, as soon as we got back home, the daughter took the dog off us and said, "Can we show it to the mum?" She said the mum's cool with it. That was awesome. Just her brother was the last thing, and then we never saw her since, because the mum came up and we've confirmed to you guys that the landlady.
She's with a very good family.
Very good family.
And
It's
we were
really
making
nice.
a plan to try and visit her every few
We'll
months.
always check in on her, but
Always
yes,
check in?
it was a miracle synchronicity, because we was that morning, because the last few days we were going to go and get animal shelter.
Yeah,
we were
bro,
making
this
things
is
for animal
tying
shelter.
into another theme that you and I have been experiencing these last few weeks.
Yeah.
That we've been learning. I mean, we've known about it, but we're really embodying it now. Is we've faced certain dilemmas or problems over these last few weeks in the world, like finding the dog a home, and the other time we were wondering what we were going to name the podcast. This actual podcast, the Black
Yeah.
Sheep Club podcast.
Yeah.
So I said to Harry, because we were trying to force it in our minds,
Yep.
I said, bro, what if we just let go, yeah? What if we just like stop trying to figure this name out, trying to figure out where the dog's going to go? And everything has happened.
Everything's worked
in
out.
flow state when we surrendered.
It's true.
When we stopped focusing and we let
We didn't
God,
super
let the
worry
universe,
about
higher self.
the dog. I mean, we knew, because you couldn't take it. We knew we had to do it to an animal
Yeah,
shelter.
I wanted to
but
take
I
it,
wasn't
but
worried.
yeah,
I wasn't.
I couldn't.
From my perspective, I was never worried about the fate of the dog. And look what's happened. It's with a perfect.
It's
family.
happened
No,
perfectly,
it's perfect.
absolutely perfectly.
Yeah.
Just like the Black Sheep Club podcast. Oh, bro, I have to tell the story. Can I tell it?
Yeah, yeah.
Check this out. The way we christened this podcast, guys, we were with a friend of ours, Eleni, and we were doing the second podcast episode, and she mentioned that we're like black sheep in this community, because like most of you, like all of you watching this probably feel like black sheep. You haven't been accepted by the Matrix society and this and that. We're not playing us and them and better than or worse than
Thank
right
God.
now. No.
Thank you,
We're
God.
just using reference points. So like the black sheep thing came up, and then somehow the Breakfast Club, the film came up. And then I said to Harry when we went back to the apartment after we visited Eleni, I said to him, bro, what if we called this podcast the Black Sheep Club podcast over the Breakfast Club? Because those kids felt misunderstood. We're talking about fringe topics a lot sometimes. So obviously mainstream society regards us as the black sheep. So I thought, let's be a bit cheeky. Like, we don't really limit ourselves, our identity to black sheep. We thought it was a little cheeky name. So check it out. Harry said, you're not going to believe this, bro. And we went into, he pulled out a poster, a movie poster, and he rolled it up. And I remember standing there, I was holding something,
I remember
and it
this.
dropped, my jaw dropped.
remember
It
you
was the
couldn't believe it.
Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
I said, bro, we have our podcast name. It was divinely ordained through God, through higher self, through us, like high consciousness, whatever.
That was
It all
nuts.
flowed, yeah. So what we're saying is, when you let go of trying to control stuff, guys, when you let
Yeah,
go of trying to force stuff,
and
it
There's
divinely
another
goes
quick,
in flow,
another quick letting go, not trying to force, so don't control things, and let things flow. Is that you was in a nice release state in the morning. We was chilling. We're always happy when we chill. We're always happy when we chill by ourselves. We either do plant medicine or watch good films or something. But that morning you said, why don't we? It was a Saturday. You said, why don't we go out and go to the fun fair?
To the amusement park.
I only, I think, put the idea in our head.
Yeah.
And I thought, and actually, truthfully, I was resistant. I was like quite chill and comfortable, just can be dangerous. I was comfortable at home, and I thought, at first I remember saying to you, nah, but then you thought, you didn't push me in a pushy way,
No.
but you thought, actually, you knew it was good for us to
I
go.
gave an option. I said to us, bro, what if we decided to get off the couch today? Not that we do that every day. Like, we have some days where we'll just watch a film or like
Exactly.
talk about stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
But that day, I thought, you know what, bro, let's get out. Let's get into the fresh air. Let's go and do something absolutely spontaneous, and
We
we
did,
went to
yeah.
Isle of Fun Park, the amusement park.
So we went there, and
It was nuts.
It was
yeah,
nuts. We had an amazing day. Me and Greg have fear of heights, so we got a lot of development
yeah,
in terms of
especially
growth.
me. Jesus.
Yeah, both of us got a lot out of facing our fear of heights and realizing this. I mean, it's all silly, right? We got a
Yeah,
lot
exactly.
As it got on, we got a lot of confidence. But get this: we went on a Saturday, the 10th of February,
Yeah.
which was funny enough. We found out because right towards the end when we decided to leave. Well, as soon as we got in there, we realised it was Chinese owned. Yeah, it was Chinese themed, I think, permanently. But
Yeah.
right towards the end, they had fireworks, and they were doing the dragon thing, and it was
The year of the
so
dragon.
it was the year
Chinese
of the dragon,
New Year's in February.
and
yeah.
and the beginning of the year of the dragon is the date of Saturday, the 10th of February. Go and look on Google. The day
Yeah.
that we arrived at the theme park, the Chinese.
And guess
owned,
what?
Like,
Like I told you, I'm a dragon.
like a
In
dragon,
the
yeah.
Chinese zodiac, I'm
Yeah.
actually dragon. So going there and seeing the fireworks, and bro, on that
And
same day,
dragons facing your fears of dragons, right? Dragons are a warrior.
it's like the
sort of-
archetype
it's
of
an archetype for the warrior,
of the
though.
hero's journey.
Hero's journey.
When the
Slaying the dragon.
warrior goes and slays the dragon.
You have to face your fears to slay the dragon.
Bro, I didn't even think about that until you mentioned it now. It's all
You
synchro,
have to
synchro,
face your
synchro,
fears to slay the
synchro.
dragon. You have to face
Life
your fears.
always talks to us. Like
And-
it was talking to us that day. Like
Quickly as well, obviously, look, I'm not going to claim I'm the bravest person in the world due to trauma. I'm afraid of heights, and I get it. There's loads of most 5-year-olds and 8-year-old girls even there were like much braver than me, but it wasn't about that. I recognised me and Greg were much more in fear than other people, but it's my fear, and it's my thing. So instead of comparing myself too much to other people, I was tuned into the fact, oh, I'm okay, I'm afraid, but me and
went
you,
and did it anyway.
we challenged
we
ourselves
realised we'll be
perfectly.
fine,
And some of the
like-
lastly, I'll say some of the scariest rides that I remember saying I'm not ever going to do again. I said to us, and you were up for it towards the end after we had some food.
We
I
did
said,
them twice.
We redone them just
We
to
did
prove
them
to ourselves,
again,
to
yeah.
ourselves that, yeah, and it was harder the second time in a way.
But you know what, guys, like, some of you may think, you know, it's a joke. Look at these guys, they're going to an amusement park and say they're facing their fears. But check it out, fear is a very subjective and a personal thing sometimes.
Yes.
And it's different for people.
Well,
for
I thought I was going to die
subjectively.
I thought I was going to die while I was doing the rides. So
Yeah, there were
I mean,
moments when we were on that huge
I thought I
swing
was
thing
gonna
that we
die.
were up
Yeah, yeah.
high, and
was
it was
convinced
windy
he was
that
gonna
day.
die, yeah.
And there was a point where the chains that were holding us up, like a swing set, yeah. So Harry had a chain link, vertical one attached to the top of the contraption, and on the left I had another one going up.
Yeah.
So as we were swinging around, like high up, then it was windy. The seat started to tilt this way and that way,
Yeah.
and I remember I never said anything, bro,
Yeah.
because I didn't want to jinx
First
us.
time, yeah.
And also put fear in you or anything, but
Yeah.
you said to me when we came down, bro,
Yeah.
did you also notice that? And we're like, we both
Yes,
fucking
it
noticed
started
it. We
turning.
didn't want to freak
Yeah,
each
it
other
started
out
turning.
because we thought the thing was eventually going to like tangle up, and that's what the mind does. It
Yeah.
entertains things that aren't even real.
They're not
That's
even
not going to
real.
happen. And when our feet came back down again, we felt so high.
I must say,
man.
during some of the rides,
Like-
I was really present. I was scared, but I remember feeling I'm really here right now.
Yeah,
I had that force
it
focus
forces you into the
I was
present.
like, I have
yeah,
to be
it
here right
forces you
now.
into the
It's like your
present.
brain doesn't even want to be present, but you're forced into the present. You're like, oh, I have
That's
to be
a very
here.
good point.
So you think you're gonna die?
Do you remember that one ride where? So check this out. It's like got a vertical contraption. It's a vertical contraption. This ride. So it's got like a bucket type thing at the top and a bucket type thing at the bottom, and they
swings
strap
around.
people into harnesses. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the top,
And
2 at a time, and then 2 at the bottom. So it'll go like this. And the one time, it stopped for like
3 or 4 minutes.
Felt like fucking forever, bro.
It felt like
It felt
forever, but
half
it was
an
only
hour.
3 or 4,
But it was
5
only
minutes.
a few minutes.
Yeah.
And I realized, I said to him, bro, did they forget about us or like?
And then we started getting,
Is it stuck?
and then we
or-
started using our ego, and it's all about me, personal stories, and even my ego was telling me, oh, it's broken down, and it never happens, but it's broken
Yeah.
down for us.
For
It's
us,
broken
yeah.
down for us.
We went into
So,
all these
easy.
things, and then we realized eventually we fell into silence. Remember,
Yeah.
all we could do
Yeah.
was just sit and witness
Yeah, you've got
and
no
be
choice.
okay and accept.
Yep.
And yeah, everything was hunky dory then. And we went down, and then the second time we did it, Harry got a bit more freaked out the second time.
Yes.
I got more freaked out the first time.
Yes.
Harry did it the second time, and we saw the Parthenon, the Acropolis in the distance.
Yep.
In Athens, because you can see the whole expanse from up there. Jesus, man. Like I said to you, bro, just
Yeah,
focus on the Acropolis.
Yeah.
That was lush. And another thing about, we didn't tell you guys, I did something naughty. I took half of an edible before
It's
I
not
went
that
on
naughty,
the...
it's medicine, weed edible, marijuana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went and did a full muffin actually. I did a full muffin edible. And the second time around, we did the more challenging
You
rides,
said
the
it got rid of
scary
your
ones.
fear. Cannabis.
The
gets
fear
rid of
was
it.
non-existent.
Cannabis gets rid of the fear.
The
Interesting.
not to use it as a crutch. You want to do this sober without any substances. We don't rely on substances to feel these states. But I just noticed that at that point when I was doing it recreationally for fun,
Yeah.
I noticed, damn, bro, I'm not that scared anymore.
Interesting.
Like, it's quite
one of the
healing.
things going
It's
on through our
quite
mind is
therapeutic.
that
Yeah.
cannabis
Don't abuse it,
slows
though.
your body and mind down. So your mind is going crazy, particularly when you're imagining dying from a machine.
Yeah.
Your mind's going da-da-da. So the cannabis goes, hey, quietens that monkey mind. The pond gets a little less
Exactly.
crazy.
And it's crazy. I remember when we did those videos, somebody, I'm not going to mention names, but someone jumped into our inbox and they thought they were being clever with us by saying...
Body love.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, this individual thought they were being clever. They were criticizing us, saying these rides are not death contraptions. Now, when I said that, I meant it as banter, as playfulness, as jest. I mean, like, we're two guys having fun. And we were being, this person, the specific individual, was taken apart, nitpicking every single detail. Our words that we used, what we were doing. Guys, here's some advice. If you are watching people on Facebook all the time just to criticize them and judge them and gossip with others, what have you, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing with your life? You're going to be rotting away. Instead of doing something more conducive to your own growth in the moment, you're going to go as a grown man or as a grown woman, look at two other people having a good time and say, that's not facing your fear. Those have been civilly engineered. Sorry to interrupt you. One last thing. This person said, those rides have been tested multiple times. They've had the standardized civil engineering tests and all this stuff. And we this goes back to female nature and male nature. Females just want to have fun. And we all have male-female in us. Life is about letting go, is about having fun. Now, when you're in your toxic masculinity, which we all can go into sometimes, we're too rigid, we're too logistical, we're too lost up in the technicalities and the source. Just open your chest.
With the partner,
don't be rigid.
1 o'clock.
Oh, you can't ride those rides. That's not facing your fear.
1 o'clock.
Fuck all of you.
1 o'clock we got the date. 2 o'clock we got this appointment with my partner. 3 o'clock we got this. 4:30 if we can squeeze some time. We got this. 5, 6, 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Perfect. Control.
And we had people, or the same individual actually, not even other people, just one person.
Body love.
You naughty, bro. And this person was even criticizing us about the dog. You can't train a dog like this. You can't have a dog be like that. But meanwhile, again, missing the point, right? Of being in the moment. Of obviously, we're not going to neglect the dog, and obviously, we want it the best for it, and we want to teach it to not
Wouldn't it be nice if we all trust each other's journeys? That's all we ask.
Trust each other's journeys. Thank you.
Everyone
not try
watching
to
this,
control people.
if we can learn from us, cool. But I know that I'm trying to become a person where I'm trying to trust your journey, because everything you need, even the harsh lessons and all the judgments, is necessary for you to get to your next level. But we're only saying things that maybe can speed up your level instead of getting stuck on
speed up our own
thinking you're
levels
better
too,
than me and Greg, when actually
we're not better than anyone. We're not
all
worse
trying
than
our
anyone.
best here. Don't get caught up in that drama.
Exactly, bro. We're all doing our best,
Yeah.
exactly like you said, from the consciousness we have at any given time. So there is no wrong or right. There is just best, better, and I mean,
Best.
for yourself.
Yeah,
Like, no comparisons. Every day you're competing with your own version of yourself. Man.
Yeah, man. So, is anything you'd like to say last? Or
One last thing, bro.
One last thing?
What have you learned from your time with me, or your time in Greece in general, just like traveling and meeting me? Because you asked me that at the beginning of the podcast. I thought it would be fitting to ask you the same question as we ended. What have you taken from
I
our
won't be
time
too long,
together?
but I've learned that friendship's more important than money. I've learned that friendship's more important than location.
Agreed.
I've learned that connection. I've learned that
priceless,
good friends can help you see your own bullshit. Either they can verbalize it to you or not, because we're all self-aware here. But sometimes we lack self-awareness unless we're with specific individuals, even romantic relationships that trigger us or help us grow and all these things, because they're all the same, helping us grow in triggers and all these things.
Yeah.
So, I'd say what I've learned is more psychology and how my own self-awareness. I've got a long way to do.
That's where it counts, yeah? Your own stuff, just like I look at my stuff too all the time.
But also within friendships, there's different masteries, and people might like the same thing, but there's different masteries, so you can learn from each other, grow from each other.
Yes, instead of being selfish and saying, I know best, your stuff's bullshit, my stuff's better.
Yeah.
Instead, be interdependent with each other.
And lastly, I'd say that
coagulate.
You can definitely ground yourself into reality by just being in the real world and socializing. It's what normal, quote unquote, whatever you believe on normal people.
Very
Everyone is
important,
grounded to an extent, through grounding, through interactions with other human beings. You can get lost in the world of being by yourself in your room, living in your parents' basement, having opinions, never seeing anyone apart from on Facebook, pride, judgment. You can get lost in that world. I've been there. I think you've
I've
been
been there too. I've been there. I've could have gone down the route where I was just staying in my office or bedroom or house and
just isn't living in the real world. It's
making
delusional.
content,
and
and criticizing
just
others.
encourages
I never really
something
criticized others publicly or
I
anything
didn't either.
like that.
No.
And even not even behind closed doors, I don't like to do that. It doesn't feel nice. It doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
We all do it to some extent,
Yeah.
but when we do it, we catch ourselves and we say, "Nah, we shouldn't do that."
Exactly.
Like,
No one's perfect.
we don't want to be hypocrites here.
No
But
one's perfect,
Yeah, exactly.
but everyone is perfect.
Exactly, bro. That's the paradox of life, isn't it? Like, nothing's perfect, but everything is perfect.
Alright, bro.
On that-
Thanks for watching,
cheers, guys. Love you.